How's that? We got sound? Uh, okay, we got sound. Okay. Evil Rick, Frogzilla, Joe Cole, if you're still with us, Flip Elliott, good to see you guys. I'm gonna play. I'm still getting a few things around. I had a few. I got a subject we're gonna talk about, and maybe we'll even get to this school shooting. I see Evil Rick posted something about that. I didn't hear about that yet, but I'm getting a few things around yet. So I'm gonna show a few minutes from this from one of my older videos, and I'll try to be as quick as I can to get my stuff back around. And I want to get this stuff lined up, and so we can talk about it. And today I want to talk about this new thing they're putting in place for AI called Stargate, and then we'll talk about a couple other issues too. I see Eva Rick says there's a busy night with lives, so I'll try not to waste too much time. Give me about 25-30 minutes. If you guys already seen this video I'm gonna show, only thing I'd show right now is from my own, so I don't get caught with a copyright. I'm gonna show that while I finish getting my stuff around. Now that it seems everything seems to be working, I'll get my stuff lined up, and then we'll get back to it. So in the meantime, bear with me. I'm gonna show this older video. If you already seen it, I should be ready to go in about, I'm gonna say about 25 minutes. And but until then, we'll just I'll go ahead and show this. What's up, everyone? We're here at Defiance Municipal Court. Right here is where how's it going, everyone? I tried to do this video out at the courthouse. Actually, I did the whole thing, and then somehow my mic wasn't working. So anyway, I wanted to do this today's subject out in front of the courthouse to give it that background and setting. And I'll show a little clip where I attempted it, but I actually did the whole video, and it turned. I was happy with the way it turned out. So I'll probably like it better than the way this one turns out. But anyways, it was out in front of the municipal court to talk about this. What I'm going to talk about here: Criminal Rule 32.1, Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1. We're going to talk about that today, and why, we'll get to that. But I want to, a friend of mine sent me thing for Ohio Criminal Rule 33 and said, hey, I don't know if this would be helpful to you, but check it out. And I looked, and I took a quick look and told him, oh, well, that's basically what I'm doing. Well, I was a little bit wrong. I was a little bit wrong about that, because I'm not under Criminal Rule 33, Ohio Criminal Rule 33. I'm under Ohio Criminal 32.1. And it's really similar, except what he sent me was for trial, for a retrial, and the fact is mine didn't end up going to trial. And so that's, if you're in that kind of situation, that's what I'm going to explain to you today. I don't know. I'm real bummed that it didn't turn out that it was all my audio. I don't have, I thought, anyways, I'm bummed that didn't turn out. So we'll get into, so anyways, okay, let me start by saying it doesn't matter. You don't have to be from Ohio for this particular thing. Is most likely the state you are from has something very similar. But I'm going to be speaking of Ohio's rule because that's what I'm familiar with, and this is all the stuff I looked up. I'm not going to share everything I looked up about it today, but if anyone's following my case or my videos and understand at least a little bit what's been going on with me, I had to start researching a lot of stuff and figure out how to be pretty much how to be my own lawyer because I was screwed by my lawyer. And that's where we're going to get into Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1. So anyway, let's say so you get charged with something and you get, whether it's your paid lawyer or court appointed, whatever, your attorney, your counsel, convinces you to take a deal, and that's the only way you can do it, is to take a deal. And because as far as you know, everything is, he's telling you this and that's claimed, and so all you can do is go by that. Even if you believe you're innocent, he's hiding the stuff. It could be, and so you believe there's no way to prove your innocence. And all that be aside, whatever your reason is, after you take the deal, you find information that you're like, whoa, I didn't know this. Had I known this, and if it's provable, what, I would have not taken that deal, or whatever the reason is. If something about your attorney certainly fits into that. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not sure what your case may be, but the thing is, if you have taken a deal and you find out if it's more than just, oh man, I shouldn't have done that, let me change that. You can't, that's change of heart. And that's what, as you'll see in my case, that's what, later on we'll get to more of that stuff, but that's what, Troy Essex here in Defiance is trying to beat me and try to say that I had a mere change of heart. So first of all, for anyone that's been paying attention, I certainly would not have taken my life to this drastic of measures for a mere change of heart. I certainly would not have letting things gotten this far over a mere change of heart. Okay, I am innocent. So I'm, anyways, it wasn't a mere change of heart. So there is options. And a lot of times you think there's no options, and your lawyers will kind of not so much let you know about this, because usually it points to them anyways. Okay. So your option is Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1. Okay. As we'll see in my case, we'll see under Ohio Criminal Rule 32. I'm not skipping over that, but what the problem is, so, and in my case, Ohio Criminal Rule 32B, okay, was violated there against me because I was not given, at the end of my sentencing, I was not giving any information on how to appeal, and they have to give you that information. Okay, that's under Ohio Criminal Rule 32B, and that's important to know, because a lot of people don't realize that if you've taken a deal and you've been sentenced, they have to give you notification of right of appeal. They have to tell you have the right of appeal, and after imposing that sentence. And they did not do that to me, and I was not aware of this stuff. Of course, we hire lawyers because we don't have we're too busy working our lives away anyways, that we don't have the time to really take the time to understand this stuff. So that's why we hire lawyers. Okay, I didn't want a court appointed lawyer. I hired a lawyer. A lot of times, usually I try normally defend myself anyways, because it's usually simple matters anyway. But this was turning out, I ended up in jail, so this was more serious. So I hired a lawyer, of course, and this was a big mistake. And Nicholas Fee out of Bryan, Ohio, don't hire him. You're hiring wolf in sheep's clothing. He's 100% working with the prosecutor against you. He's only worried about getting you deals. He gets paid one way or another. Either way, the lawyer always gets paid. So this is what we're talking about. Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1 is okay. And I'll bring that up. is Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1, withdrawal of guilty plea. Okay, that's where, so I was like, so right now I don't have, of course, my situation, because the way it is, I wanted to do some of these videos way better than that when I'm talking about these subjects. But so Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1 is to withdraw your guilty plea. And um, a motion to withdraw guilty plea or no contest plea may be made only before sentence is imposed. But to correct a manifest injustice, the court after sentence may set aside judgment of conviction and permit the defendant to withdraw his or her plea. Okay. And so you know, so if your case is anywhere similar to mine, that's what I did. When my lawyer convinced me, did everything he could to convince me that I would just have to accept this plea. And not only did he do that, he knew that, if you're paying attention what happened in my case, they took my employment. So as soon as they took my employment, then he told me, well, he would be more than happy to, if I wanted to, even though I would probably lose, but he would take it to trial like I want. But it would cost me another $1,500 after he knew they just cost, anyways. But the point being is, when I accepted that plea, I then, when I returned to my home, what turned out to be was this person the whole time was trying to come forward in my defense. And the prosecutor, of course, ignored that and prevented her from doing so. And I had no idea, because immediately they put on this unlawful order on me that I was not allowed to have any contact, and I was not allowed to return to my home. And, anyways, that's not where, if you're following along, fine, thanks, great. But so I had to figure out, when I was presented with this, I was like, what? And I was immediately, how did I not know about this? Right? Excuse me, Mr. Lawyer, how did I not know about this? And then I find out all of this stuff. He ignored that he could have beat it immediately. I was asking him while living in my truck, hey, I need to get back in my house. What the hell's going on with that? Oh, I'm trying to figure it out. We'll figure something out. Due process, dude. He was ignoring it. This is what they did it to me on purpose. But anyways, the point is, all this time I didn't know that. I thought this and that was being said against me, and found out later it wasn't. And my lawyer had all the proof. But so when I found that out, and there was other proof in my case, I then asked my lawyer for the copy of my case file, and he stalled that, so I couldn't file a normal appeal. And then I stopped everything I was doing and put my nose down in it and started doing all my research. And that's when I found Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1, and, for manifest injustice. And then, so I filed that with the court, and a manifest injustice is, to correct a manifest injustice. A manifest injustice means a specific finding by the court that the imposition of sentence is unreasonably harsh or shocking to the conscience of a reasonable person with sorry about that, reasonable person with due consideration of, how posted up there. Anyways, sorry, I'm getting sidetracked because my dog's having fun watching these people walk by, jog by. Anyways, so if you're going to fight that, but anyways, so I filed with the court in Ohio as under Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1. And now you got to do a little research to find out what that's about. And, you got to put in your research there. And then you want to research past cases and find out who's used it and how it's been applied to give you a feel. You got to know what you got to let them know know what you're doing too. So I filed my motion to withdraw plea, and the judge didn't even, instead, he allowed the prosecutor, he allowed the Troy Essex, who's representing the state, he allowed him to just decide to deny, and then he signed off on it. It's pretty much what happened on one of the court recordings that can be proven. But anyways, it don't matter. The court denied it, and I submitted the proof to why. Well, the one thing is like, hold on, because I was unlawfully kicked out of my home. That should be enough reason. Two, so the court made an unlawful order. Two, so you got to put in your motion to withdraw a plea. We'll get into how to fill those out later too, and how to do a proper motions and what they mean and how to properly do them. But motion to withdraw a plea, if you turn that in and if you're successful, then that puts your case back to right where you was at before you took the plea. So there's no deal anymore. You're right back there. And if it's at the moment where it's about to go to trial, then it's on to trial, whatever, right? But you're now alleged guilty, innocent until proven guilty, right? That's what they claim, but no, you're guilty until proven innocent. But anyway, so under Ohio Criminal 32.1, that's what that is. So when you're alleging that, but you gotta use court documentations and speak in court terms when you're doing that. So you want to, when you're trying to move your court, especially, you gotta let them know how. It's way better when you kind of know what you're doing and do your research, and that's where I'm talking. We'll get more into some of this, but there's stuff out there, and you got to read a lot of it and a lot of these cases and the case law, and start to get the understanding for yourself. But so when you submit that, let me find it here. So you gotta announce to the court. I'm sorry, this ain't the one I had earlier today, but you got to announce to the court, because I'm filing under 32.1, under criminal rule 32.1. I'm gonna rough draft it for you right now at the moment, whatever, right? But in order that the third court of appeals is, in my case, that's whose order. That's the district over the court I'm in is the third court district of appeals of Ohio, right? The third district court of appeals of Ohio. And you find out your district, and your state may have districts like that or whatever, and that's what you want to find, how they've ruled, because you're letting that court know this is how they've already ruled. You're letting the court know how it's, so, and you got to say, in order to file a motion to withdraw a plea, the third court has already decided in State versus Smith that it will have to be found to have abused its discretion, and that the decision was contrary to law. Okay. And then you put something else in there, 32.1, how the other courts have decided what manifest injustice actually is, right? In order to claim a manifest injustice, State versus James, 3rd District, 2020, Ohio, 720, you got to put the citations in there. And when you do that and you say this court, the 3rd District of Court of Appeals, or whichever your district is, right, already held that a manifest injustice is a fundamental flaw in the plea proceedings and an extraordinary case, right? I'm sorry about that. So, I mean, you got to have, like my case, I can prove that, my lawyer hid, and I got evidence. Why would I had accepted a plea if I knew that the person you guys are claiming as a victim is the person coming forward in my defense? Why would I had accepted a plea? That's right. I'll scratch that out. That's dumb. That's ridiculous. But, so that's what Ohio. So I'm not saying it's going to be easy if you do it. If you're from this area of Ohio, good luck. But these are your remedies. And, you may be thinking your lawyer might not even be telling you. If you talk to a lawyer, and they might not even let you know this, because of course it's going to make them look bad. You got to find where there's a flaw in the proceedings. Okay. In mine, there's some major flaws. One,
the court didn't even tell me what my appeal rights. That's a flaw right there. Okay, it's enough where you can get out of your plea. To prove you got once it's proven. And when you submit it to the appeals court, right? And we'll get into appeals later and how to do these forms and how to cite the courts and how to fill this stuff out properly. I mean, I'll post up what I can. It's real rough right now to be able to do that, but that's a remedy available to you if you think you're trapped because some crappy lawyer screwed you over and talked you in a deal and you took it. There is a way out. And if and there's it's not like even if it was a year ago, consider this right now. Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1, submit your motion to withdraw plea, and then hopefully I will be able to get some stuff together and show how to properly do a motion to withdraw plea here in Ohio. But like I said, your state will be very similar in the way these court documents go and the way you appear in court and all stuff like that is all very similar. And it's a matter of if these guys are going to be honorable or not. What I was saying when I tried to do it there, when I had it all, I wish it would have turned out because I had it all done there and in front of the building there. And I was saying that's one of the most unsafest places there is. I've been in some real scary situations in life around some real bad people and sometimes put myself in those, but the point is that sometimes even when you're praying to get out, to get the heck out of them situations alive, right? And I trust any one of those people more than I trust the people sitting inside those court buildings. And that's sad to say, but they're not. There are servants, but they're not serving us. Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1, and as I said, your state will have something really similar to that. But you want to look into that, a motion to withdraw plea. If you're innocent and you found stuff that just ain't right, and you know these guys, they run me through it, and now look at my life, and they're telling me to go beg for stuff at the food banks and sign up for food stamps and all that stuff, right? But the funny thing is, when they acted against me in order to get another case for government funding and to another attack on gun rights in this Republican ran city, and in order to help the government do that, they applied a fake domestic violence charge on me, and this alleged victim they catered to never had to ask for a thing. They showed up at the door day and night, showing up at the door, offering this assistance, offering that, forcing me to have to pay all this stuff too, and making sure, what I'm saying, making sure. But then when I prove I'm a victim of their stuff, all that stuff's yanked away from me. I mean, and nobody, they're not sending stakes to me. They're not making sure my house is not touched. They're not telling me, oh, you know what? Nobody can touch this house until this is all situated, right? Oh, but no. And to this day, the update on my case, to this day, they still have not given me my stuff. Today's Thursday, right? September 14th. And still, they have not given me my stuff. Still, these assholes have not given me my stuff. So, hopefully it don't turn out like this for you. But if you've ended up in a bad situation against these guys and your lawyer screwed you over, there is still some things you can do. It's too bad sometimes we get screwed into taking it this far, and there's other things we'll get into later about what we can do to properly get stuff thrown out in court. Had I known how my lawyer was going to be, I would have been better off represent myself on the little I already knew, because I just would have been, because right off the bat, he could have had me, he could have had my case dropped and, thrown out. And instead, he chose to side with them. And So that's why I had to file a motion to withdraw plea, and you're able to do that under Criminal Rule 32.1. And as long as you can prove a serious and fundamental flaw in the plea proceedings, ineffective assistance of counsel is one thing that, and that's what I'm saying. You'll look into your local appeals court's decisions and find out how they ruled on that and what they decided the definition of that is. And that way, when you go to prove your stuff, like for mine, I'm saying, first of all, my lawyer never even raised a claim on the failure of the court to follow my due process. Of course, the court don't want to admit any of that, do they? But clearly, that is ineffective assistance of counsel. If the idiot knew I was degraded into living out of my truck, uh, even though I was innocent, and he didn't get me allowed back in my home by claiming failure of due process, and the reason, whatever, and they're not following due process. So if you're from this local area, uh, I'm telling you right now, a lot of you guys could file under 32.1 if you take a good look at your case. Many of you didn't even have due process. So if you're in a fresh case right now, stop and figure out what due process is. And I talk about it in one of my other videos, but make sure they're following due process. So that's one thing right there. I've got several things on my case that prove, ineffective assistance of counsel and a serious and fundamental flaw in the plea proceedings. And that's what you need for Ohio Criminal Rule 32.1. And we'll get into more. Hopefully soon I get something worked out, and we'll show how to fill out these motions and in the proper how to make them worded properly. You want to. When it comes down to, you're going to have to know how to word them in your own words. I got one motion. You could for the motion for to demand for discovery. I'm gonna, as soon as I'm able to, I'm gonna get a copy of that posted up on the website, and that one you can copy word for word. That's fine. But these other motions, you're gonna have to know. You're gonna have to be writing them, and know a little bit. You don't have to be a professional, and you don't know everything, but you will have to be writing them in your own words. And you'll do a motion to withdraw plea, and you'll tell why, and you'll give the court an example of appeals court decisions that will back up what you're saying. That is why you should be allowed to. And in my case, I did that properly, and this court should have just allowed me to withdraw my plea. But they know that it'll be beat if they do that, and it proves they're all in it together. But hopefully you don't hit something like that. Hopefully where you're at, it ain't this bad yet. But I'm telling you, we're all running out of time to use these.
All right, how's it going, everyone? Is audio working? I should have it all figured out, I hope. And as always, thanks everyone for joining in. And shout out to everyone, Frogzilla, Evil Rick. I'm not for sure who's all still with us or joining in with us. All right, thanks. Today, I want to talk a little bit about the Stargate issue. I got a couple of videos. Let me see here. I'm trying to get it around. And I want to, it's what it is AI. And I don't know if anyone's seen this. Announcement, and so I'm gonna play a little bit of it, and
some very familiar
not
faces.
really much of a reaction. I'm hold on a minute. I apologize. I got some stuff set up here, and most of it's coming along. It's coming along all right, but it's I ran into some snags, so it's not going to go quite as well as I wanted, but we'll get there. Anyways, I'm gonna share a little bit of this, and if no one's seen it yet, but it's an AI project, and they're calling it Stargate, and this is one of the very first things on his the day after his. This was yesterday. They shout out Frogzilla, everyone. Make sure you hit that like button very much. Brandon Mitchell, good to see you. Shout out to you. And so this is Project Stargate they're putting in, and this is now a new, not Project Stargate, it's just called Stargate. It's another new, Trump announced a couple of new things, and one of them a while back we've already heard about was Doge, and that's going to be about government spending, and Elon Musk is in that. We'll get to that in just a little bit here, but Elon Musk is a big time welfare recipient, really. I mean, most of our a big amount of our tax money gets wasted on. Elon Musk is rich off of our tax money, and with the space programs and all of this. But we'll get to that. But this is AI, and we'll get to Elon Musk in just a little bit, because he's warned us about AI, and this is what we got going on. So I'm gonna play a little bit of this clip if no one's seen it yet, and hopefully I got this working right. I got my earphones if I need them, but let's play a little bit of this. I don't know if anyone's heard of this, but this is the new Stargate they're announcing. If anyone remembers that Trump announced that he will allow anyone with $1 billion or more to invest into America, that they will free and clear, right? So here's one of those.
Well, thank you very much, and it's an honor to be here today. We have,
if there's any issues
first full
hearing
day
that too,
as president. We're
let
back,
me know if you can't hear any of this.
and we had a great first term, but we're going to have an even better second term, and I think we're going to do things that people would be shocked at. We're starting off with tremendous investment coming into our country at levels that nobody's really ever seen before, and they're very happy with the fact that I won the race and that they feel confident in their investments, and it's big money and high quality people. So my first day back from having a nice life, it's my honor to welcome three of the world's leading technology CEOs. And in the case of Larry Ellison, it's well beyond technology. He's sort of CEO of everything. He's an amazing man, an amazing business person. But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America. As you know, there's great competition for AI and other things, and they're coming in at the highest level. We're joined by Oracle Executive Chairman Larry Ellison, SoftBank CEO, my friend Masa Yoshi-san, and CEO of OpenAI, and I would say the by far the leading expert based on everything I read, Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent and money. Together, these world-leading technology giants are announcing the formation of Stargate. So put that name down in your books, because I think you're going to hear a lot about it in the future. A new American company that will invest $500 billion at least in AI infrastructure in the United States, and very, very quickly, moving very rapidly, creating over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately. This monumental undertaking is a resounding declaration of confidence in America's potential under a new president. Let me be a new president. I didn't say it, they did. So I appreciate that, fellas. But it'll ensure the future of technology. What we want to do is we want to keep it in this country. China is a competitor and others are competitors. We want it to be in this country, and we're making it available. I'm going to help a lot through emergency declarations because we have an emergency. We have to get this stuff built. So they have to produce a lot of electricity.
All right, that's him explaining a little bit of it. I'm gonna, hope I didn't do something wrong there. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna skip up here a little bit where he has these guys talk, and this is so we can get an idea of what they're talking about and to further our discussion. But I think that it's something we should be concerned about. They're calling it Starlink, and you hear that and you think, oh, this might be like some kind of more of the space program, and that's what it's coming down to. The space program is going to be some fake artificial intelligence thing, and but we'll get to that. Let me skip up here. Let me give a shout out to Evil Rick and Frogzilla dropping those links in there. That's awesome. That helps all of us, and I didn't even have to say that. That's why you guys are doing good on the mods. That's pretty awesome because I sure can't keep up with all this. I'm still figuring it all out. But I'll give a shout out to you guys because that's how we all get. It helps all of us doing that. So I want to skip up here to where he has this guy speaking.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. President. We certainly couldn't do this without you. It would simply be impossible. AI holds incredible promise for all of us, for every American. We've actually been working with OpenAI for a while and with Masa for a while. The data centers are actually under construction. The first of them are under construction in Texas. Each building's 500,000 square feet. There are 10 buildings currently being built, but that will expand to 20 and other locations beyond the Abilene location, which is our first location. The kind of applications that we're building, to give you an idea, maybe the most charismatic and the one that I think touches us all is electronic health records. Not just maintaining electronic health records, but by looking at electronic health records, understanding the condition of doctors, better understanding the condition of their patients, and being able to provide healthcare plans that are much better than they otherwise would be. A doctor in Indian River Reservation would be able to see how a doctor at Memorial Sloan Kettering would treat the patient, or a doctor at Stanford would treat the patient. We actually provide all of that information, all of that guidance to the doctors who are treating cancer patients or patients with any other kind of disease, made possible by
Much
AI.
appreciated.
I'm not going to take a lot of time. I'm going to pass it to Masa, but this is a very exciting program for Oracle to be a part of. Thank you.
Thank you. That really helped. That's good. That's great. I feel tall now. Thank you. Well, Mr. President, last month I came to celebrate your winning and promised that
Right on, Evil Rick. I was
$100 billion.
trying to check. I
And
think
you
my
told
camera's
me,
freezing up
Oh,
every now
Masa,
and then.
go for 200.
I'll get it all straightened out sooner or later.
Now I came back with 500. Because this is the, as you said yesterday, this is the beginning of golden age of America. This is one great example, I think, right? We wouldn't have decided to do this.
I think so.
This is the beginning of golden age. We wouldn't have decided unless you won. And yesterday we agreed, we signed to make this happen
Great.
because of this game.
Very nice.
So we would make this happen. We would immediately start deploying $100 billion with a goal of making $500 billion within next 4 years, within your term, right? Because of your success. So we are very, very excited to do this. And our partner is, of course, SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, and additionally investing partner with MGX. On top of that, we have the technology partner, NVIDIA, and of course, Microsoft has been very, very supportive to SAM and continue to support all our success. This is not just for business. As Larry said, this will help people's life. This will help solving many, many issues, difficult things that otherwise we could not have solved with the power of AI. I think AGI is coming very, very soon. And then after that, that's not the goal. After that, artificial super intelligence will come to solve the issues that mankind would never ever have thought that we could solve. Well, this is the beginning of our golden age. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Fantastic.
I don't have too much to add, but I did want to say I'm thrilled we get to do this in the United States of America. I think this will be the most important project of this era. And as Masa said, for AGI to get built here, to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, to create a new industry centered here, we wouldn't be able to do this without you, Mr. President. And I'm thrilled that we get to. I think it'll be an exciting project. I think we'll be able to do all of the wonderful things that these guys talked about. But the fact that we
Good
get
to
to
see
do
you,
this in the
Motobomb.
United States is, I think, wonderful. So thank you very much.
Could you just say one word? I hear so many positive things about what it's going to do for medical research and for solving things, cancer and all the different problems. How will AI help us with the fight against the various problems, diseases, etc.?
These guys can maybe share more about some of the work they're doing there. I think they'll jointly be some of the leaders about driving progress here. But I believe that as this technology progresses, we will see diseases get cured at an unprecedented rate. We will be amazed at how quickly we're curing this cancer and that one and heart disease, and what this will do for the ability to deliver very high quality healthcare, the costs, but really to cure the diseases at a rapid rate, I think will be among the most important things this technology does.
Great. Very good. Thank
Can I
you.
speak and answer that question, Mr. President? So we're currently working on. Should I step on this? Okay. All right. No. I'm not that tall. I'm not that tall. Thank you, Mr. President. One of the most exciting things we're working on, using the tools that Sam and Masa are providing, is a cancer vaccine. It's very interesting. It turns out, I'll be quick, all of our cancers, cancer tumors, little fragments of those tumors float around in your blood. So you can do early cancer detection. If you can do using AI, you can do early cancer detection with a blood test. And using AI to look at the blood test, you can find the cancers that are actually seriously threatening the person. So we can, again, cancer diagnosis using AI has the promise of just being a simple blood test. Then beyond that, once we gene sequence that cancer tumor, you can then vaccinate the person, design a vaccine for every individual person to vaccinate them against that cancer. And you can make that vaccine, that mRNA vaccine, you can make that robotically, again, using AI in about 48 hours. So imagine early cancer detection, the development of a cancer vaccine for your particular cancer aimed at you, and have that vaccine available in 48 hours. This is the promise of AI and the promise of the future.
Thank you, sir. Great. Thanks.
Mr. President, we have no questions.
Okay, I'll find my other video here in a minute to share. I'll stop this one right there. There's plenty more. I forget which news had that. Fox 29 Philadelphia, if anyone's looking to hear the rest of that. Mostly from here on out, it's a bunch of people questioning about stuff that has nothing to do with this. They're trying to question him on who he pardoned and trying to make a big deal about stuff like that. But yeah, dig in the comments here too. But anyways, so this is them explaining. Right now, they're just telling us about the healthcare part of it. But if you notice there, they're talking about the mRNA. I suppose that the jab. You gotta watch what you say. They're claiming censorship's done, but I believe it's still going. And but we have so this is operation or not. This is what they're calling Stargate. And this is all AI, and they're bringing it right here to America to launch this massive Stargate, which is also, which in my opinion is what we would call, what was that from the movie Terminator? Is let's find my clip here. Okay, the movie Terminator is what is that? I have it on my thumbnail. Can't think of it. It's not. We're calling this Stargate, and they called that Skynet, right? And it's pretty much the same thing as like Starlink has nothing to do with space. It's all this AI stuff, which I believe this is going to power their fake mission to Mars. And that's so. Let's take a look at this clip from where Elon Musk talks about AI. Let's give it a listen to this real quick. Okay. Apologize for I'm still getting used to all of this stuff. One thing Obama did as he planned, he turned this country into an abomination. 100%. I agree with that. 100% Evil Rick. That's what I used to tell everybody, that is the abomination. Oh, okay. I lost my place here. Okay. Now let's give a listen to what Elon Musk says about artificial intelligence.
I mean, with artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon. You know those stories where there's the guy with the pentagram and the holy water, and he's like, yeah, you sure you can control the demon? Didn't work out.
I take it there will be no Hell 9000.
So that's his Elon Musk's take on it, on what's going to happen with AI. And there's other clips I want to look for. Again, I have to pause this real quick. Where I show in some of my other videos, and there's other people that show them. There's clips out there where not only he but other people are talking about how there's chips for the supercomputers and CERN. This brings anyone that don't know about CERN, that's where some of my stuff got messed up. I was some of my presentation I was going to show stuff about CERN, but that's the over there in Switzerland, CERN. Anyone for anyone that's interested in looking that up. But they talk about several times summoning the demon, and how they point to where these things we're seeing that people want to believe is aliens or intelligent life from somewhere else. It's actually they're beings from our own planet, and that they are more than likely demons, and that CERN is breaking open a portal that opens the whatever, where they can come into where there's footage of these high-tech people talking about how they're bringing something through, and they're not calling them demons, but they say they have no respect for human life. And now we just seen the clip of Elon Musk telling us, and he's all 100% behind this AI. And we have all these warnings, and this announcement we just seen from Trump announcing Stargate is so chilling, how this just so chillingly just comes together as it's Skynet. That's exactly what they're bringing together. And the first thing they're going after is that's what they're bringing it out there as, for health benefits. And that's what they're going to keep bringing everything to, the benefit that, like Elon Musk's Neuralink is, they're doing testing, and they're talking about all the benefits that's coming from all of this. and not telling you about the evils this is going to be used for. And if you just look at all these movies that show this stuff, and and tell me how the future we're in now is not exactly playing out exactly, in one form or another, how these movies are showing. And this is so this is, this is what are they calling it? Stargate, right? And I keep wanting to call it Skynet. And Stargate, just from the name, you would think it's like something about the space stuff. But and who's behind that also? Elon Musk. We can't even get to the moon, and he's talking about going to Mars. Now let's take a look at this clip here, and maybe you've seen some parts of it. I gotta be careful. I don't want to get hit with a copyright, so I'll see if I can get past where the Thunderstruck movie, and if music is playing from AC/DC, and if you take a look at the words from that song, and we rode into Texas, we whatever, we played all the fools. It's broke all the rules and played all the fools, and he's coming out to the these people know exactly what they're doing. But let's take a look at this clip now. I gotta watch out for you just see how he's acting here.
Yes! This is what victory feels like. Yeah! And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road of human civilization. Okay. This there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, important, some are not. But this one this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
I mean, right there, right there, and you're gonna see he does it again. That alone, that's pretty creepy right there. He knows what he's doing, and the truth is, and one thing I'm saying is, did we elect Trump in there, or did we elect these guys in there? The heads of this high tech people with all the money and stuff, and that's controlling this. But let's continue. I mean, that's creepy enough right there. But let's continue on here.
My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured. Thanks to you. We're going to have safe cities, finally, safe cities, secure borders, sensible spending, basic stuff. And we're going to take Doge to Mars. I mean, can you imagine how awesome it will be to have American astronauts plant the flag on another planet for the first time? Bam! Yeah! How inspiring would that be? There's always problems in life. There's this problem, solve that problem. But there need to be things that inspire you. There need to be things that make you glad to wake up in the morning and say, I'm looking forward to the future. Yeah. I love you guys. So, and let me tell you, I'm gonna work my ass off for you guys. So, I really will.
So he says it right there. That's most of what I need to show about that part. But he says, I'm gonna work my ass off for you guys. Let's be clear about something. He damn sure better, because our tax dollars are paying for him. Just take into account the amounts of money we pay for Elon Musk, the money he makes off of us. And now they put him in charge of Doge to take care of unnecessary spending. And this shooting these rockets up is some of the most unnecessary spending there is. We can worry about that stuff for another time. 2-4 shout out to you. Sorry about that. How long it would take to get, Evil Rick says, do you know how long it would take to get a ship at our speed to Mars? Most of us would be in the ground before it got there. 100% evil, right? And that's even if space is anything what they claim. We can't even get to the moon. They claim they lost the technology to get back to the moon. I don't know how that is, but the point is we can't even get there right now. And they're talking about spending all this money to supposedly go to Mars, I mean, but you take into account now all this AI stuff they're talking about, and this is how they're going to power it. He's going to bring in the Neuralink and the AI, and they're investing all this money into it. And now Trump just signed us on that America is going to be and at the end of the day, it's a cooperative. And on some things, I'm not going to, it's just we should be against AI. We should not be doing that. I'm not for Trump on that. We want to do the public-private thing on certain things. That's one thing, but wasting this money on AI and on space exploration, just imagine. And let's just consider even immigration for a minute. Just imagine all the money wasted on all this stuff, and these billionaires who are reaching almost trillions now, and they keep getting richer and richer off of us. And consider every one of us, technically, we could be saying, yeah, you know what, bring these immigrants in, let them do the work. Okay, let them do the work, because the rest of us should be sitting nicely, honestly, with all the money that our taxes we have slaved away, and it's gone to, and it's people like Elon Musk that are getting filthy rich off of this stuff. Evil Rick chimes in with, I have an idea of why they can't do it again, because they never did it the first time. I 100% agree with that, Evil Rick. That's my opinion on that. I honestly don't believe we've made it there, and I honestly believe we will never make it there. I believe we can go only so far up, and I believe that's what a lot of these rockets. If you check out his SpaceX rockets, how they got this, and there's a lot of footage that shows like something's exploded up there when they get up so far, and I believe there's a thing that we're told is the dome. And that's my personal opinion, that we can't get past that dome. And you got a lot of high up people that talk about breaking the glass ceiling and stuff. People don't understand what they're talking about. I believe we've never been there. That's the truth. It's a waste of money. And what's it matter to even go there? Even if we could, just imagine all that money that's wasted. There should be no homeless people. There should be no suffering people in this nation. That money should better green than I got, right? Yeah, no kidding. Hey, Elon, pass some of that over to us, kidding. No doubt. Give back. So, I mean, and he tells us, and he's so excited about going to Mars after telling us you're appointed to cut out all this unnecessary spending. And now you're sitting here acting like a fool about going to Mars, talk about unnecessary spending. And is he going to cut that unnecessary spending out? No, now Trump just signed us on with Skynet. If you ask me, that's what it is, Skynet. Ask yourself, the video of the first step on the moon, how did they get a camera on a tripod on the surface? Exactly, just to start with, how did they do that? And no one ever takes into account, go back to Nixon was on a phone call with these guys. Are you kidding me? And I think in the background, if I'm not mistaken, while he's on that phone call with them, and as a background of them making the first step on the moon. I mean, come on, you can't. This, no kidding, no. I'm with you there, Evil Rick, 100. If that was the first step, right? If it's I'm not going to say 100%. I know everything, and I'm just saying, to me, the evidence To me, the evidence points that it is no way. It was made in a Hollywood basement, just like that. Is it Red Hot Chili Peppers? Space may be the final frontier, but it's filmed in a Hollywood basement. There's so many, and there's just so much about it. And they got the you can find clips. Man, I didn't know we was gonna get on that. I should have realized that. You can find clips of who is it? Let me Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin said we admitted or something. Sorry about that. I don't want to open too much stuff. It does. It makes you think, man. And so you consider, like, I consider when I say certain things. When I first used to talk about that stuff, my mom would be like, "But I seen it," and and everybody thought they seen it. Well, but you consider the technology back then, the black and white TV and all that, and just they were able to pull it off. And excuse me. And I can see how they fooled people, but now, and just where all the money that that was wasted, and and all the false dreams they've sold us, and all the nonsense. Everything we waste money on. There's no reason, really. Every one of us here in America should be sitting pretty, right? Oh, you want the illegals to come in and do the work? Bring them on in and let them do the work, because we done our work, right? We should be getting paid back from that, instead of these guys who just shooting rockets up for no reason. Frogzilla says, I will say that Buzz Aldrin is local from my area, and many say that he went on and on about all the alien life he saw out there. I have heard some claims that some of these astronauts have talked about supposed alien life. I have to bounce and get set up later on. All right, right on, Saudi. Thanks for checking us out. Anyone who's not subscribed to Saudi's channel, go ahead and check him out. And he's getting ready to do his live, and there's some other lives going on. So I won't continue on and on. I'll probably maybe get back to showing in a few minutes here, before whenever we end it, maybe with one of my other older clips, just to keep a drive going. But as Evil Rick says, as far as I'm concerned, sorry about that. As far as I'm concerned, I ain't gonna go into space in a tinfoil wrapped 20 controlled ship. No kidding. That ain't for me. You can have it, right? I got no interest in space anyways. That's what I'm saying. If you want to spend a few bucks on telescopes, and put a government agency into watching space from telescopes, that's one thing. But all this money that we are wasting with spaceships and satellites and all this stuff is really, to me, as I said, I believe we can only go so far up. So they go so far up and put these things they're calling out right on, Saudi. He does a good job on his lives there. And sometimes I forget where I was going with that. But so they're putting all these satellites up there, and what, Starlink and all that stuff. That's just to keep us under control here below that, and that's for what I believe to help bring Project Bluebeam in further, and to roll it out, and that's, to me, in my opinion, there was some other stuff but there were some clips I wasn't able to. I can turn it into another subject for later. Yeah, right on. But if we, to me, we're not getting off this planet, and we got plenty more to worry about with all that money. And I can agree with some of the stuff Donald Trump's doing far more, for sure, far more than the left. Okay, and the stuff the left is complaining about, this is the problem. We can't just figure out where to get along on the proper issues here. Now, the voices of the left are now complaining about because Trump pardoned the J6 people, and give me a break. There was, them people deserve pardoned. Okay, but meanwhile, it's crickets when Biden on the last minute went ahead and pardoned the worst one. The most one we should be concerned about is Fauci. Dr. Fauci got his pardon, and supposedly wasn't even guilty of a crime, but now and he's already pardoned. That tells us right there the gig is up. That tells us everything we need to know about it, for sure. Still got about 24 minutes till Salties. Okay. Okay, I had my times messed up anyways when I rolled this out, so there may be some people rolling in. So I'll try to roll this on till for the next 24 minutes, and then that way any of the links posted there, then people can find out what check out these lives. And besides that, I said the most important thing I was going to get to already. I had a few things lined up, but then when I ran in my complications and I got to watch how much stuff I have. The video I shown at the beginning, for anyone who caught that, where I was talking about my case, I got, now that I'm getting this live worked out, I can show how to do some of that stuff. They kind of beat me to death on it, so I don't have a whole lot of faith in it anymore, but it'll work for some people as long as they, if you catch it soon enough. And my issue was, I didn't realize I was getting sold out by a lawyer that was on their side. Oops, what happened there? Okay, just pray they are all guilty. Yeah. Yeah. Proves. Yeah. I read, but I knew what you were saying, but I read it the way you spelled it. But proves they are all guilty 100%. When you go at the last minute and you roll out these pardons like that, it just proves right there you're guilty of a bunch of stuff right there. It proves it. And but now they got the nerve to jump up and say that and to bitch about Trump pardoned the J6 people. Well, the fact of the matter is they should have never been in there to begin with, and Trump should have pardoned them before he got out. I understand the politics behind that, but those poor people didn't deserve. None of those people deserve to be locked up in there. The police let them in, and truly, the only one guilty of crimes was the FBI and the police in that gig. I don't think a prez can pardon someone's crimes when they haven't been charged of a crime yet. I 100% agree. That should not be allowed. You know what? If you ain't been charged, no way. And that right there should bring the whole thing down. But they come up with this nonsense that, another president can't take that away. But I agree. It should not be. That shouldn't be allowed. It should be crimes, and they should be proven. It should be some legitimate. They don't deserve to be in there, or whatever. They deserve a pardon. It shouldn't be just too many. It's too many people in high places. Who's that dude? I think his name's Schaefer Cox. If anyone's heard of him, he became I don't even know if I got the name right. Maybe has he gotten released? Hold on a second here. Let me do this. Okay, so we got if anyone's heard of this guy, Schaefer Cox, he was it says right there, he became a politician in Alaska, right? And he was starting to expose some stuff there, and all of a sudden they tried to tie him to this. It was the FBI that was behind it, saying that he was a part of the militia. The FBI planned out this whole thing, and then pinned it on him. It was FBI informants that planned it all out, and they pinned it on the Schaefer Cox. He wasn't guilty of a dang thing, but because he was trying to expose some bad shit, he's now sitting in some prison. It's I think in Illinois or something. It's one of them dark prisons where you don't see the light of day. There's no outside area, and it's all like nobody even knows it's a prison. And, you know, dudes like that deserve to be pardoned. Frogzilla says the Supreme Court crew, they didn't have any ground to stand on the charges of J6ers. 100%. There was nothing there. You know, that was a bunch of nonsense. That's our public place. It's even our rights within the Constitution. That was not. And meanwhile, the people that were burning shit down for no reason, you know, that and costing innocent people money and lives, that had no, you know, it's just nonsense. It's only going to get worse, honestly. I would like to say it's going to get better. In some ways, it might get better, but the whole big picture, it's only going to get worse. You know, as I say, I don't expect anyone to have to believe religiously the way I do, but to me, the Bible tells us how the end's coming out, and it doesn't tell us it's going to get better from the point we're at now. Eva Rick says the only crimes any of them have committed was trespass, which is hard to swallow since it's the people's house. But what's the jail time for trespass? 30, maybe 90 days. They've been in 4 years. Yeah, 100%. 100%. You know, even to me, 30, even 90 days is way too long, because I agree with you. That's the people's house anyways. How could you trespass them for it? And technically, quite honestly, because it's a public place, even if not, you have to be warned. They got to give you a forewarning. Hey, we're trespassing you here. But there's footage out there where they opened the gates up and said, hey, come on in and do your thing. And Nancy, hey, pile of shit. Mad Maxine were egging them on and starting a GoFundMe to get them out. Yeah. 87-year-old lady was charged for being in the grass. Yeah. So, you know, especially some of the people, they weren't doing shit. And there's no way they would have been able to harm anyone anyways. And those are the ones we should be real, truly concerned about. 100%. So I'm, you know, I try to be optimistic, but these days, most of that's gone. You know, I'm for a lot of the issues Trump stands on. I understand how he got elected in there 100%, especially, you know, from the nonsense going on the other side. But we got to be careful there, because the big money from the tech industry is taking over. And man, this just proved it, what we talked about today with Elon. I mean the Stargate. It's really concerning to me. It's Skynet coming to life. You have to use code words sometimes on you. Yeah. This is true. I'm learning that, and sometimes I mess up, and I'm trying to follow, you know, trying to get around the stuff and follow the rules, because it's just so crazy out there. Good to see you, Motobomb. I might have seen you on here earlier and said something. I don't know. Trying not to miss anyone on the shout outs. And anyone who anyone in this chat got channels by all means, let us know, and we can get them dropped in there. And I'm still working on getting some of this figured out. So I'm grateful for everyone sticking it out, and sticking with us. Oops, I had a premiere. Sorry, I made a bad schedule of it. Oh, right on. I'll make sure to be checking that out. I try sometimes even I know the people I follow. I know even if they're doing lives, and if I don't get to them, I try to go and watch them later and hit the like and everything to help everyone out with the algorithms. YouTube's becoming this whole thing. I remember back in the day when I first started my website, you just put your website out there and you do like we do and get with each other and share your stuff, and it became big stuff. Excuse me. But these days they're making it hard for it because they don't want the truth getting out there is what the thing is. They don't like the real truth getting out there. Like Nancy Powell shit and Maxine, nobody would know who I'm talking about. Right. Right. Is my bad, not yours. Okay, right on. Modal Bomb says, excuse me, sorry about that. Maybe need to drink some more water today. I love to support when I can. What I like about channels like yours, truth. Right on. I appreciate that, Modal Bomb. I'm the same way. I like to support and share the support back and return it. I try to, anyone who's subscribed to me, if you got a channel that you're doing stuff on, I try to subscribe back. And I see some of these guys. Evil Rick has some videos on there, but I guess he's not doing lives or whatever. But he's got some stuff. So by all means, check out his channel too. He's got some nice footage, drone footage and stuff there. And I like some of the music on there. But everybody with the channels, I like to help show the support as much as possible because it's a tough game out here trying to get through this stuff. If this was like it was back when all this stuff first started, this would be things would we'd have it a lot easier. 2-4, good to see you. I think I might have shouted you out earlier. Sorry if I missed anyone. I try not to miss anyone. If I did miss you, pop up in there by all means. I'm doing a little mix here. I know on one end I got the auditor stuff going on, so I got in with some of the auditors, and shout out to all those guys, and then we got the biker stuff too, and because that's close to my heart, and I'm up against it a little bit trying to mix them both in together, but and then show and then try to bring some sense into try to use the views that I learned from both of those things and bring some sense into what we got going on with current events and stuff like that. Salty's live at 5, and so check him out at 5. That's these are Central Times, I believe. Over here, I'm in Ohio. I'm on Eastern Time. I think a lot of you guys might be. I'm not Frogzilla where you're at. What time zone are you down there? There was a thing where we Indiana and Ohio was supposed to stay on the same time, but I don't know if they ever did that. We're still doing our time changes, so I don't believe so. He has sucky internet. Who has sucky internet? How's mine doing? Sometimes I think I'm freezing up. I hope it's bearable. I need to figure out what all stuff I need to do to improve here. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, right. I remember you saying that, Evil Rick. Yeah, it sucks with sucky internet. I got pretty good internet. My problem over here is hoping that my equipment stays powered enough to keep from freezing up. I gotta still work on a few issues. What do you run for net off there? Some people are using. I've thought about checking into it maybe if I change my setup the way I'm thinking about doing into that. But hell, that's Elon Musk thing too. I forget what that's called off of the Skynet internet. You support a lot on America Uncensored. No worries. It's a lot out here. Keep reporting the truth first. Right on, Motobomb. Appreciate that. I know in the mornings I'm getting up with the dog. He's waiting for me to get my butt around to take him outside. So I'll sit down. Usually by the time I'm getting down for some coffee, I see you're running the morning coffee show, and that works out just perfect. Usually that's when I'm kicking him, just sitting down with a coffee before I get around to take my dog out. He gets impatient waiting for me sometimes, but it's so cold it's hard for me to want to get outside there with him. Central Time, okay, right on. 6:50 here. Is 6:50 there now? Where are you at? 2-4? That's because it's 5:50 here Eastern Time. Okay, Frogzilla, you must be Eastern Time with me then. Okay. Wow, where's it 6:50 at? I know I seen some 2-4's videos, but I don't know if I realize where he's from. My upload speed is 0.0, takes 4 to 5 hours to upload a 15. Oh man, that sucks. Yeah. Oh, I feel you. I remember I tried to upload the first few videos when they first pulled the crap and got me out of my house, and then I was stuck doing it from my phone. Oh, it took forever. Hour coffee today. Left my ass off. Back to normal tomorrow, 30 minutes or so. Right on. It's always cool when it goes over, especially I think today I took my dog out and then came back in and caught back up on it. But that's always cool going over. Usually a pretty good show. I see usually pretty good. And that's is it every morning or is it only weekday, or is it, I think, Tuesday through what is it? There you go, and advertise it if you want, whatever. Nova Scotia. Okay, right on. Oh wow. Oh wow. I didn't realize. Wow, they're ahead of us on time. That's cool. Oh, right on. So, or do you guys? Yeah. Does your time change over there, or does it? Or are you on the? Does your time stay where it's at, or does it change up and down? Does everybody's time change up and down? With the, I don't think so, right? With the daylight savings time. Okay, Motobomb is his Tuesday through Saturday. Okay, Sick Bastard does Sunday. Okay, and there's 2-4's link. Do you do live streams 2-4? I mean, I shouldn't say live. I mean, a scheduled one, or anyone who's got a scheduled one, let me know, and I'll if I don't realize it, I'll make sure to try to catch them. Usually, I make sure I catch. Lately, I've been catching Motobombs, and then I've been catching Mike Balls. Once in a while, I catch Black Dragons. Sometimes I don't like to hang out there. He likes to. Seems like he likes to pull that race card. I'm a little bit. Oops, what did I do there? spring and fall time changes here. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's what ours is too. Okay. We'll have a schedule live soon or random. I'm working on trying to figure out the proper time to. I want to work mine out where I'm not interfering with anyone's, and I want to try to do a scheduled one. I want to do at least one a week. I'm thinking about doing a couple days a week, or maybe just I don't know. I'm trying to figure something out. I do want to start doing a scheduled one that seems to help people out and help the community. And then and I see where you guys are having people on. I want to try to get something going and maybe do something like that too. Still getting it all figured out. When I first started this channel, like I wasn't even going to have my face on it. I was more about doing some editing videos, and it's just the way my situation went. It turned into this, and it's kind of a cool thing, this live streaming stuff. I do very little. Okay, right on. I see you're on some of the guys' shows though, right? I'm pretty sure that's you. Sometimes on there. I know I see you in the chats all the time, but I'm pretty sure I've seen you in a couple of their things. Salty is about every day at 5 p.m. Central. Okay, I wondered, because I know I've been catching him kind of regularly. I didn't know for sure if he was doing a regular. Okay, that's good to know. I try to catch those. Excuse me. I'm going to have to go at 6. Saudi is one of my biggest supporters. Right on. I'm thinking about cutting out pretty soon here, and I'll probably see you guys over there. He promotes my merchandise store every show. Oh, right on, definitely. Feel free to drop a link for your merchandise store. But yeah, no. Most of my important parts are done anyways. I understand how it is keeping up with all the support out there and stuff. I'm the same way. When you gotta go. Most of my talking points are the biggest stuff I wanted to talk about is the rest of stuff I wasn't able to. I had it, but I messed some stuff up, so I didn't want to be on here live just sorting through it. This is good, Americans. Thank you very much, Motobomb. Much appreciated. Right on, Evil Rick. No problem. Thanks, as always. Thanks. And you guys doing the mods, very much appreciated. You guys doing a good job. I'll probably add some more of you guys. Because I notice, I appreciate the way you guys are doing the mods on these other channels that I see. And so I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much I'm the same. I want to be the same. Just everyone gets along, and what we can all disagree on whatever, as long as we're respectful about it. I see some channels people don't respect each other, but I see most of the channels I try to follow is where everyone's respecting each other. Anyone else in the chat, feel free to chime in. Some of these guys are dropping out. Otherwise, I'll be closing down pretty soon, and maybe I'll leave it going with an old video, but I'll probably be stopping over to check out Saudi's live also. Frog merch store, everyone check that out. Check out, don't forget to like all of these guys' stuff, and check out if you like their stuff. Go ahead and purchase some stuff. I'm all about helping anyone get their stuff out there. And by all means, like and subscribe to this channel. I do have a little bit of a merch store. Trying to get, I had a lot of designs that I had to get rid of because they didn't meet the public whatever, but I do have a link in the description for anyone that cares about that, but that's always there. See you all later. All right, remember to be bad, or at least don't get caught being good. Right on, Evil Rick. 100% right on. Glad you were here. Frogzilla, you too. See you guys later. Glad to have you guys here. And we'll see you later on. I'll probably catch you shortly. Excuse me. Otherwise, anyone still tuning in, I might end it out with another older clip to continue letting this go on for a little bit. And subscription drive, or anyone can right on Modal Bomb. Catch you later. Pretty soon. We'll see you. And thanks as always for stopping in. And otherwise, anyone else got anything they want to discuss or share, we can go on with it, or I'll end it out with one of my older videos. And if I seen Joko and Brandon was in here. I don't know if you guys are still in here. If so, I gotta go over to I'm still figuring out how to do that, but on my channel, and I'd like to add you guys, both of you guys, as mods also as well. And Joko, all right, good to see you still here. I'm trying to figure it out here. Unless you're against it, I'm gonna add y'all as a mod on here. And I'm still getting used to some of this, so I'm not quite as good as some of these guys on their live streams, but we'll get it figured out. Oops. Where are we here? Let's see what we got going on here. If I can remember how to do this. There we go. I think that worked. 2-4. I'm over here in Northwest Ohio, Defiance, Ohio, and that is that I don't know if how much you're familiar with Ohio. That I'm kind of by the Michigan line and the Indiana line, right where those two come together. I'm about 40 miles from there, or right up by about 50 miles from Toledo. Or if you know where Fort Wayne, Indiana is, I'm right around in that area of Ohio, the northwest corner. It's right off the Lake Erie. Well, I'm not right off Lake Erie, but I'm pretty close to Lake Erie. Probably, where does Lake Erie? Probably take it over to Nova Scotia. I don't remember for sure where exactly that's at. I have to look on the map here, because I think I know, but I'm thinking maybe maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. That's what I thought. Yeah. That's where I thought you were. Yeah, I didn't realize. I thought we were on the same time zone, but you are. Maybe it's because of. Oh no! So you're probably always an hour ahead of us. That's pretty cool. Man, does it stay cold? Does it get? Well, I imagine it should have to get decently nice up there. Seems like that stays cold quite often. Seems like you guys probably get hit with quite a bit of snow, I imagine. Way out east of Maine. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Excuse me. Do you have you well, I don't remember. I don't want to get too personal on here. Like I know there's a couple of truck drivers. I don't remember what. I'm just wondering, like, do you got far or on the bike travel? Do you travel far from Nova Scotia, or is that actually part of Canada though? Yeah, it is, right? Yeah. I think. I shouldn't say just yeah. Oh, there's an man, what is his channel? Lived a Little Farm Accountability. He's shared some of my stuff. I've shared a few of his things. He's runs a YouTube channel. He's over that way. Maybe not quite as far. Had another, I know what I was gonna, we could do this for a, shit, what I do there. To do, I don't know if I'm allowed to even do that on the YouTube videos. Gosh damn it. Let's see if I can find this here. It's not, I was going to do it for a reaction, but I've already seen it a couple of times. But I remember seeing it again last night. And it's just funny. It's not, but it is. That's so. We'll get to this in a minute here before what I do. I don't know. Have you guys seen this? The Acorn Cop? Retired trucker. Okay, right on. Okay. Also right. Yeah, I thought you did. Yeah, I thought it's a scene where you ride and okay, retired trucker. Maybe I seen that on seen you talking about that on one of the other guys' lives. Yeah, my last job, I was truck mechanic. My dad drove truck most of his life. I grew up around that. And so I went on to become I was a ASC car mechanic, GM certified car mechanic. And then I went out of that and became a truck mechanic. And I was doing that until all my shit went down. But so I know a lot about that life there. I don't got the driving miles as most of the truckers. I just drove the shit I worked on mostly back and forth, not real far. Saudi is having technical problems. Canceled the show. Okay, good to see you guys. Sorry to hear that, Salty. I was just about to show this other video and then head over there, but because I still got people in here, so we'll get to this video in a minute. I don't know if anyone's seen it. Excuse me. Is the Acorn Cop? I don't know if I know some of the people probably from the auditors that are watching probably have seen this, and there's a chance anyone's. I don't know if I've showed it in any of my videos. I don't believe I have, but it's a little bit funny and then a little bit not funny. Welcome back, Frogzilla, Evil Rick, Motobomb, Virginia. Welcome back. Good to see you guys came back. But sorry to hear about Salty's technical problems. I sure know what that's about. I'm having them like mad, but I'm still figuring it all out. And they make this stuff more difficult than it ought to be with all the technology we have these days, in my opinion. If you haven't seen the Acorn Cop, then you must live under a rock. Yeah, right. I mean, really, because I think it went viral, but I was just going to add some 2 cents to it because I seen it. Somebody brought it up again last night on I don't want to shout out the wrong person, so I don't remember for sure what I seen it on, but it was one of the auditors, I'm pretty sure, and they were showing it, and it brought flashbacks to me, and it's funny, but it's not funny, on which end you take on it. But let's go ahead and play this real quick, and then we'll just then we'll share some thoughts on it. And I don't mean to cut off any of the conversation either. I've pulled lots of wrenches as well. Yeah, right on 2-4. Especially, a lot of people don't realize the old days of trucking was, these days it's becoming more and more with all this technology. Fuck, back in, excuse my language. Back in the, I remember back in the day when my dad was doing it, even when I first started working on the trucks, it was, a lot of them dudes had to have some tools and work on their own shit to keep themselves going. And, but these days it's not as bad it's getting more and more easier, easier on the, not that putting all the miles, I'm saying like, fixed, mechanic wise, they're getting that worked out. Pretty much everything's going high tech, just like the cars. Auditing channels are the reason I started watching YouTube. Right on, Frogzilla. That's cool. I had a little bit of thing here because when I first got into it, like I said, my channel was going to be different. And then I had some biker background and I was like, man, they might shy away from that stuff, because especially the way I started doing it, going out in their face into the camera, because, I grew up in the times when there was kind of a mutual respect between law enforcement and bikers, but them lines have been getting crossed mostly by the law enforcement. But I remember, it was, you do the crime, you do the time, if they were doing their job, right? But now they're violating rights and everything else, and it's gone way beyond that. So, but that's why I stopped going the angle I was originally going to do with my channel, and went to the auditing, because just like you're saying, because I started seeing some of them, and it was shortly after that shit went down for me, and I'm like, fuck, I'm once again, excuse me, I don't know what that does for my channel, but I'm like, I'm gonna go for it. But okay, let's go ahead and play this a little bit here, and then we'll see what we got.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! I'm hit! What? Ambulance! In the car! I was shot through the car! Oh!
Do you know your tag number off the top of your head? Okay, it's okay. What? Wait, right there? Jesse, are you okay? Get out! Get in the house! Jesse! Get back! Where is he?
In the car!
43, give me traffic. Shots fired. I got a deputy down. Jesse, how are you? Okay. Get back!
So we got so that's in the background, you hear that's not the funny part, you hear the girlfriend screaming. Well, maybe that will make you think twice about calling the cops. I hate to say that, but this poor guy almost got killed. So that's the part that I lose it, and I start laughing, because this idiot cop is all like, shots fired, and he just unloads his gun, and then he says, I've been hit. If you caught that, he says, oh, I've been hit, and he's laying on the ground. He starts firing some more, and then this lady comes running out, starts firing away. This poor guy, and luckily the guy survived. He didn't get hurt. I don't believe any bullets hit him. And oh my gosh, this is They are getting trained to violate rights. Yes, they are, Frogzilla. Yes, they are. You don't have to worry about your language until you get monetized. Okay, right on. Psychopaths right there. Yeah, amen. Oh my gosh, I'm like, when I remember, I mean, my reaction now can't be half as bad. I wasn't laughing when I first saw it. This dude's just going nuts. I'm like, because when I first saw that video, now when I see it again, I laugh because I understand that dude didn't. When I first saw that video, I thought, oh my gosh, this dude's probably dead in there, I don't, unalived or whatever, but but now that I watch it again, now I get the comedy out of it because thankfully this dude didn't get hurt. But he's all shots fired. Then he says he's been hit. Then he's on the ground shooting some more. Then this lady comes out, a female cop comes out shooting, and the girlfriend's in there screaming, "Oh no, no, don't kill my boyfriend." Let this be a lesson. Don't call the cops unless you truly, absolutely have to. They're the last people you should call. I don't know what went down between the boyfriend and girlfriend, but the way she's screaming, it surely wasn't nothing that was worth costing his life. And this is how easily, and usually it's some cop being some asshole to begin with, but this is just how easily acorn dropped on top of this cop car, and he's like, boom, 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 shots fired. Oh my gosh, chill out, dude. Right? Pure psychopaths, 100%. Anyone who thinks a leg cramp is being shot. Got breakfast started. Oh, right on, right on. Welcome back, Evil Rick. Good to see you. It was a miracle he didn't get shot. 100%. It is a miracle. It's not only you got this dude blowing, emptying the chamber. Now you got the clip. I don't, excuse how I'm talking, but and then you got the female partner comes running out there shooting from another angle. All them shots fired. It is that dude. Oh man, I don't know if he's in the back of that car praying, but somebody was looking out for him. Oh my goodness, wow. And hopefully he's got a good lawsuit. I didn't keep up with the case there, and I forgot what they was saying about it last night. But I hope that dude gets a good lawsuit out of them. And there's another one I know I did a video of. First I seen that. This is the first you seen that? I'm not. HF. I don't. I'm probably just being slow, but I don't understand the HF. First I seen that. Oh, okay, right on. That's what I'm saying. Some people may have not seen it. There's another clip I showed in one of my videos where they let her they did the see if I don't sorry about trying to think and do this at the same time. They did the oh man, no, I did that wrong, didn't I? Okay. I did do that wrong. Sorry about that. I'm gonna have to open up a new tab. Hopefully it don't slow me down too much. But there's a clip where the cops put the lady in the back of the cop car and it got touched by a train. I don't know if anyone's seen that one. I was trying to see if I could find it. I know I did a video of it. But I don't know if any of you guys seen that one. I know probably some of you guys have seen it, but they put her in the back of the cop car and the and it got hit by a train, and I don't know, it was just crazy. Stuff's a little bit slow. I know I did a video a while ago about it though. Who knows where it's at? Somehow I keep hitting the wrong button. What happened there? Story where I used to live, sitting watching TV one afternoon, heard pop, 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 6 shots. Then after about a minute, pop, 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 6 more. So got up and looked out the window. Wow. What and what was that? Did I miss it? Wow, Evil Rick, what was that? I don't know if I missed a comment somewhere. Sounds bad enough, though. Sorry for the delays here, or the silence once in a while here, guys. Let me fix that with a little... just so all this silence ain't so bad. Find this video. If everyone's already seen it, I don't need to find it. But it's pretty crazy. And my stuff's running a little bit. I hope it ain't affecting. Hope I'm not freezing up. If there's problems where it's bad to see, let me know. Excuse me. Yeah, I've got a few videos here with crazy cop stuff that I've done. I got different subjects, and that might be hurting me on the algorithms because some of it's about cop stuff and some of it's not. And that's where I might be running into problems bringing this stuff together. Maybe I didn't do a video of that. I thought I did. Well, I don't, sorry. Okay. Yes, they didn't even try to help her. The one cop next to the truck had time to jump in it and move. Yeah, that's the one, Frogzilla. That's the one I'm talking about. I went outside and watched him fire 6 more. Still hasn't hit the coon. I hollered over the fence. Are you gonna shoot? You think? Try to scare it. Oh, I see what you got going on there, Evil. Okay, right on. Yeah. Scrolling toward. Yeah, sorry about that. You probably already know that those views there. 2-4. I'm my thing froze up for a minute here. I'm trying to get to that video and then also stop this music I just started playing. Man, I thought for sure I had it, but maybe I don't. I'd have probably been better off just searching it out, huh? Yeah, I must or I mixed it into something. Let's try this. Here I am searching it out, and remember check comments if everyone's already seen it. After a few more shots, they put it in the truck and left. So they probably, sounds like they never got the coon, huh? It was still, yeah, right on. The big bad hunters there. I guess it must be this one, huh?
Keep your hand.
Okay, hold on a second here. See if I can get rid of that music, if it's even playing. Almost time for the unaffiliated. I'll catch you later. Right on. Okay. Okay, I see unaffiliated is getting ready to start, so I'll play this one real quick and then get back to the plan of maybe closing this out. I don't like to I don't want to cut in on other people's either.
Hands above your head.
Don't move.
What's going on? Why am I being... We'll explain everything in a second. What's going on? Ma'am, what's going on? I'll tell you in a second. I'm so confused. Can I get my seat? I will get your cell phone for you. Take a seat.
Whether or not Officer Steinke knew the tracks were there.
So that's that one. I'm not sure if you guys have seen that or not. And that's but like Frog had mentioned, that guy had the cops had time to get her out of there. They heard the train coming. They booked ass out of there, left her in there, and luckily she lived. Right? It sounds like the thing there was showing where she got like $8 million, sued them. Wow, you know, and I'm surprised she lived from that. So unaffiliated's going on. See Evo drop the link. Anyone that wants to check that out, get over there and check that out. See you all later. Remember to be bad, or at least don't get caught being good. Right on, Evil Rick. See you later. Thanks for being in here. Appreciate it very much. 2-4, damn. Yeah, right. I mean, wow. I remember I first saw that one. I thought I did a video of it, but I couldn't find it on my thing. But so that's been a little while ago now that's went down, maybe a couple years ago. But I couldn't believe that they threw her in that car while it was sitting on the train tracks, and then left the car sitting on the train tracks to do whatever the heck they wanted to do, search her car or whatever. Instead of being smart enough to get off the train tracks, left it there. Then the damn thing gets ran over, and luckily she lived. That's so crazy. I'm sure she was banged up pretty bad, but I don't remember the whole outcome. But I don't think it was anything too. Wow, that's some crazy stuff. I know I probably would have died from just, you would have thought you was dead, you know? And then the cops don't want to take blame. And at the end of the day, for their mess ups, who pays it really? Who pays that $8 million? Really, the taxpayers are the ones that's going to pay it, because you can try to break immunity and go after them, but they come up with all this stuff to protect each other. I'm not sure who all we still got going, and if anyone wants to keep going, drop a subject or let us know what you want to continue on with. Otherwise, I'll probably throw one of my old videos on to play out as I end it. And I appreciate everyone checking out my live. I'm getting there, and we're working all the problems out, and hopefully whatever, it's coming along. I had today's would have been a little more interesting if some of my clips, I gotta edit them, so for some reason it wouldn't let me load them onto the StreamYard thing. And right now I'm just using the free StreamYard. That's all I can do at the moment anyways. So which is fine, because I'm getting used to it, to figuring it all out, and certainly not gonna do one of their memberships till I get it figured out properly. But I see you got more options you can do when you do it that way. But otherwise, I've been so far, it's coming along. I've been trying to get it to where I can do some maybe reaction videos or just some live streams as this, and so it's coming along. But I got some clips I want to work on to help make it a little more interesting. That some of the stuff we talked about earlier, I had some clips to go with it, but it wouldn't let me add them on to this, so I gotta edit them to a different format, I guess, and figure all that out. But we'll get to it. And otherwise, probably about time for me to freeze and take whiskey on another little venture outside to let him do his thing. He tries to take me out there longer than I need to be. So at that, I'll find one of my or I don't know how I can send people over to a live. Oh, I might not have that option though, do I? What on? I don't know. How does that work? I'm not for sure how. Sorry about the I'm not sure how that works. I've seen some other channels do that. Send them to another person's live, and I don't know quite sure how that works out. So sorry about that. You're listening to me, just watching me read something real quick. I can show another. Let's see what we got here. I can find one of these to end it out. And I'm going to have to look up how to send an audience over to another. Piece of junk. Look for cars. How's it going, everyone? So before I start this next video, let me bend your ear. All right, everyone. I'm just gonna play this one to end it out. I'll let this one play out to end my stream out. I'm grateful for everyone that checked it out, and I'll let this play out to get out of here. And I'm gonna check out the unaffiliated live stream. I don't, not sure how to send people over there. I see Evil Rick had it dropped in the chat there, so anyone that wants to check that out. Otherwise, I'm gonna let this one play out while I get things on this end shut down. And I appreciate everyone very much. Thanks for checking it out, and always don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And we'll catch you guys later. For a moment here, I want to make you consider something. And let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all his commandments, for that's the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. We appreciate all of you very much. Thank you. Just consider something for a moment here. What would happen if you just showed up to work, whatever your job is? What would happen if you just showed up to work and just didn't do nothing? And then the boss comes to you and says, hey, you know, this and this and this is your job, isn't it? Is it? First of all, you don't know, right? So you gotta look into the manual, employee's manual, right? And I guess it is. But you know what? Right? I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do my job. So what'd happen? Tell me what'd happen to you if that was the case. So consider that. And then also consider this other point. So I just want you to consider these 2 points. Whenever, just consider them. Put some good, honest thought into them. So what would happen also, let's just say for a moment that you were, let's say the police, whatever, they pull you over, whatever, they mess with you. They always try to find you guilty of some kind of crime, right? Let's just say you run a stop sign, a cop pulls you over and you say, what? No, I didn't. Let's say you run a stop sign, crash into a car, and then just keep going, and a cop pulls you over. Hey, you had a hit and run back there. No, I didn't. No crime ever happened. I'll tell you what, officer, why don't you just go talk to your lawyer and then get back with me? You know, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you, officer. No crime happened back there. I didn't do nothing. And I don't have to stop or whatever, right? Just talk to your lawyer and get back with me. That's how that goes, right? What would happen? Consider those two things, if you will. And let's get to the video. All right, how's it going, everyone? I want to come on here for a minute. There's two different things I want to talk about. And, you know, I'll wrap them into one video if I can keep it short enough and to keep it from being too short, you know, and, you know, but I don't want it to be too long. So we'll see how it goes. But two cases, listen here. How do you figure, you know, I'm on here telling you, your employer don't give a shit about you, right? You died today. By the end of the day, your ad, the ad for your job, your replacement's in the paper, right? That's just a fact. How much do we want to face it? And what brings this out? Because, okay, here's what I'm getting at. What the hell's wrong with this world? And one of the things I do in my videos is that's what I try to get at. What the hell's wrong with this world? What the F is wrong with this world, right? What in the hell's going on? How did we get here? Look at all the crazy shit going on, right? So let's consider two different cases here about how stupid and ignorant things are. One's going to get into these cops, right? And the other one, and shout out to all my cop viewers and subscribers. Thank you very much. And hopefully, you know, we're all in good rapport here and learning from each other, right? Hopefully you're learning a few things about our rights from this channel. Those who are, we do appreciate you, right? Otherwise, okay, hold on. Look here, Timmy, I don't care when the last time you saw your mother was. She's not getting paid overtime. I don't care how much of a working stiff she is. She ain't getting paid for 1 minute more than she was scheduled. This woman, I don't want to get too involved in this, whatever. You can look into it yourself, but this woman of Wells Fargo is dead for 4 days.
Tempe Wells Fargo employee died at her desk. And 12 News is now confirming that it may have taken as many as 4 days for anyone in the office to notice. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. It's a story we first reported yesterday. Tonight, Tempe police are confirming the timeline of when the woman clocked in to when her colleagues found the body. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is in the studio with new details tonight. Gabby, 4 days. I mean, this poor woman went 4 days undiscovered. It's hard to believe.
And that's a question many employees are asking themselves tonight. I spoke with an employee who said that she shared her perspective on the workplace environment, and they say it's a big building, but most people don't work there on a daily basis. A Wells Fargo employee went to work the morning of Friday, August 16th and never went home. Tempe police tell 12 News 60-year-old Denise Prudhomme scanned into work at 7 o'clock in the morning. 4 days later, police responded to the office building near Washington Street and Priest Drive for reports of a subject down. Prudhomme was declared dead. The Tempe Police Criminal Investigation Bureau is investigating, but do not suspect foul play. A Wells Fargo employee exclusively spoke with 12 News, but asked not to be recorded or identified out of fear for their job. They say a colleague found Prudhomme dead at her desk in a cubicle while walking around the building on Tuesday, August 20th.
Well, I want to stop this for a moment here. I see Brandon Mitchell threw in there. CFW was locked up today. Do we have any more information on that, or do we got a link we can check out to find out more about that? What's going on with that? Do we know? I wonder. That don't sound good. I'm pretty sure you're talking about Carolina Fort Worth CFW. Sorry about that, everyone. Let me know. Let us know. Is there more information about that? I don't like to hear that. Or is there anywhere we can direct everyone to who's interested in knowing more about that? For anyone who doesn't know, CFW is a fellow auditor, cop watcher.
Cubicle was reportedly on the 3rd floor and away from the main aisle. This employee says several people had smelled a foul odor, but passed it off as faulty plumbing.
In her cubicle at work, and they'll come up with blowing off all these excuses. Well, it's not heavily trafficked, whatever. 4 days. Give me a break, right? What's wrong with, so now we want to point the finger at the employer. Yes, by all means, let's do. Something's up there, right? But also, what about the rest of the people, the co-workers? This is shape the world is in. They finally noticed a smell. They thought it was like a dead animal from the vent or some shit, right? But no one ever, this is how, your people, the people you work with, nobody matters to nobody anymore, right? This didn't get past just the employer. It got past all the employees you work with every day. What the hell? Nobody likes Karen. Leave her alone, right? She's over here stinking up. Hey, Karen, you think maybe you go take a bath? What? She ain't even listening to me. Karen, go take a bath. I understand you're hard at it here at work. Go home and take a bath. Damn, she ain't even listening to me. Well, come on. This is wrong. It's sick, right? How does this happen? So my point is, it's who we are as a world, period, right? We're all corrupt. It's not, how much do you say it's a sad case, right? It's a sad case, but who knows what more might be involved in 4 days you clock in and 4 days and nights you don't clock out, right? Come on. I don't know. That's not right. But now let's talk about this other case. Stop right there, cop. All auditors were in hot pursuit of a criminal cop. About our police, right? And let's take a look at this case. This guy takes this sheriff, deputy, whatever, makes up the whole complete case, right? Makes up the whole complete story from beginning to end, the whole thing. Let's show you a clip.
He finds himself on the wrong side of the law. He's now facing criminal charges.
It all stems from a reported chase and shooting nearly 3 years ago. McIntyre Law Chopper 4 was over the scene back in 2021 in Pottawatomie County. But now, in new court papers.
Okay, I'll hold it right there so you can catch the good part of this. It's just so crazy. But anyone that's paying attention, Brandon or Joko, if either one of you guys, Joko, have a good night. Thanks for stopping in. But if you're able to drop a link to Harvey Freebird, otherwise you can probably search him out for anyone that's interested to know more what's happened to CFW. Joko, as always, thanks for stopping in. Glad to have you always.
Papers, investigators say the deputy made it all up. News 4's Caitlin Ogle has the update.
This is the rural county road where the deputy claimed everything unfolded. But detectives say as they continue their investigation, nothing was adding up.
Everybody's going to make mistakes.
Show your hands!
When you cross the line, different story.
Pottawatomie County Sheriff Mike Booth talking about his former deputy, Taylor Smith. Body cam video from September 2021 shows him driving over 100 miles per hour during an alleged pursuit on his phone, driving with his knee.
Small sedan, 4-door.
According to court documents, during the chase, Smith said he saw, quote, a black male passenger armed with a long gun hop out of the car and run.
I'll be foot pursuit. He has a rifle, large backpack, red shirt, black nail.
The whole complete thing. He made up this whole complete thing.
Minutes later, backup arrives, taking Smith back to his car, and he drives over to this gate.
It said the guy hopped over a fence into this big field. As he approached the fence, this guy started shooting at him, so he returned fire.
Those alleged gunshots were never heard, but investigators heard this.
Shot fire! Shot fire! Get down! Show me your hands!
McIntyre Law Chopper 4 overhead as authorities combed the area for hours, but court papers saying, quote, there were no obvious signs or tracks to follow.
That's when I said, everybody stop, everybody come out, called OSBI, had them come in. I want everything roped off, nobody go from here. I was highly skeptical about what I'd heard.
What investigators did find were Smith's shell casings. Sheriff Booth says surveillance video they obtained also showing Smith's patrol unit, but no sedan. Other deputies telling investigators they, quote, observed no dust trails or the suspected vehicle.
Did not come across the vehicle yet?
Of course, as a human being, you wonder why this or why that, but you still just follow the facts.
In Potawatomi County, Caitlin Ogle, Oklahoma's News 4.
What was the motive there?
What the hell? How many times is this? I mean, this shows you, first of all, this shows you the incompetence and the dishonesty of the type of people that become police. They got this thing hyped up in their mind, and when it ain't becoming what they want, they got to make it up. Oh, I'm chasing this black SUV with this black dude, blah, 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 blah. Shooting at him, shooting at nothing. Shooting at nothing. See, do you understand how violent cops are? How dangerous they are? It don't even matter. They're now going after nothing to take their rights away. Right? You're down to nothing and they're gonna, it don't matter. You're not safe any fucking where. What if, whatever. This is what's wrong with this world. I had to comment on these two videos, right? Kind of, I suppose, maybe a reaction the best I can on it right now. You gotta be shitting me. This dude but the point is, this is how we have become as a world to begin with. Everybody's lying and so full of it, you can't believe nothing anymore, right? And these people, knowing that they're being watched on camera, body cams and all these other cameras, and they'll still flat out freaking lie. And all cops, they're trained to be liars, right? And this just takes the cake. Now, as we wrap this video up, I want you to consider one more thing. You are the employer, right? Let's consider this. You are the employer. Well, so many of us, right? How many people are sick of their job and sick of their boss? Always, some attitude, they're above me, and they're, always some conflict, causing some conflict at work, right? Well, you're the boss of our system here, right? We're all the boss, and we refuse to see that, right? And what we have here is these ignorant officers, right? Not just officers, government, telling us, screw you, I'm not going to do my job. Screw you, boss, I'm not going to do my job. Screw off. Oh, and then when they do something wrong, no, nothing happened, even though they're blatantly, truly doing criminal stuff when most of the people they're convicting aren't criminals, right? And then nothing happened. You don't know. You're ignorant. Nothing happened, right? That's the game they play. That's what's going on. And we, the boss, the employer, are allowing it. And just to show you, you can look at my videos as enough proof right there. How the officer, what kind, you've just seen how this ignorant officer made up all this crazy stuff. Hold on a minute. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate it. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. And it's all coming out. See ya.
All right. Thanks everyone for viewing. We're ending this out, and I'll probably be over catching the unaffiliateds live. And thank you for watching, and hopefully we get some better content for you in the next one around.